Brown. James Brown was born in the 1930s, 1933. He grew up during the racial times, 30s, 40s, 50s was during a lot of racial prejudice where black people were not accepted by white people, and there was a lot of separation. Black people couldn't eat with white people, or a lot of that separation. He was very eccentric, very strange. His hair was that of a white man. He had very black hair. His hair was like Jerry curl, but not like Jerry curl, but his hair was shaped different. His personality was very strange and eccentric. He was very eccentric, but he made a lot of good music. It's a man's world. Get up now, get on up. And the way he would dance and move on stage was just very different. He was, he was a nice guy, but he had a little couple of demons too. He had problems. He had alcohol problems, drug problems. With fame, he spent all that money on drugs and women and partying and all that, like what most celebrities do nowadays. But before he was arrested a couple times. A high speed chase. It was also known that he might have suffered from mental illness. Because the way he talked, he couldn't talk. He had a very slurred speech. People would make fun of him. He was always made fun of because of the way he danced, or the way he dressed, or because of his thinking was not like most black men. He was a very strange black man. Um, he died a couple years ago. He was in jail. He was serving a 6-year prison sentence because of a high speed chase by the police. The police fired at him. They told him to stop. He didn't stop. They had to chase him for a couple miles to get to him. But other than that, he had a pretty promising career. I had to give my respect to him that James Brown was a good, he made a lot of good music. He got really famous during the 60s, 70s. That was the year during the civil rights movement, the Black Panther movement. During those years, he came out with a lot of good music. Those are the decades where he was the most popular. Mr. J here, peace.